I am learning through these last 60 days of me struggling and rebuilding my life that my identity can't come from a couple good weeks, and my identity and what I'm doing and my feelings can't get involved with the work that I must put in and my consistency, because I've been in AA for the last 60 days. I've been clean, and I'm not getting that initial dopamine hit from AA like I was when I first started, and I'm not getting that dopamine hit from waking up every morning like I was. I do wake up excited and I'm ready to take on life, but I can't base my happiness on my feelings. I have to base everything on, is the work done? Did I wake up and read my book? Did I wake up and read the Bible? Did I work out? Did I post my YouTube? Did I post a reel? And that is where my identity's shifting, because you would have caught me a couple months ago. I was focusing everything and my feelings on whether I made sales at, the freight brokerage I work for, or I was on such an emotional roller coaster because I wasn't basing my life on did I do the work or not and detaching from the outcome. I was basing my life on happenings and on circumstances, and I would have extremely highs and extremely lows, and that's still true to this day. I'm having extreme highs and extreme lows, but I'm no longer basing my life on those highs and lows. I'm basing it on what needs to be done. And as I'm doing that, I'm learning and I'm growing. I see exponential growth in all areas of my life, because because I'm putting in the work. So I'm not waiting on my feelings to put on the work. I'm doing it regardless if I feel like it or not. And everything's starting to explode around me. I sold 10 cars in the last 3 weeks I've been at this dealership. Now, I just started working there 3 weeks ago. I don't know if they've seen anybody sell that many cars. We did just open, but I've been killing them. And the majority of the leads that are coming in are off my Facebook Marketplace, my Felon Entrepreneur social media. So I'm literally self-generating leads, and it feels good. But, I'm not. So this week I haven't sold any cars. It's Wednesday right now. And I want to make this video because I want, to let you guys know that this is not based on feelings anymore. And I've always known this because I've read thousands of self-development books. When I was in prison, I can't even tell you how many books I've read. I didn't watch TV. All I did is write, work out, and read self-development books. That's all I did in prison. And the number one thread of all these books is you have to detach from the outcome. So you got to work towards the goal, but detach from the outcome. And it sounds like it contradicts themselves, because you're like, well, how do I detach from the outcome but still visualize and keep the goal in mind? And that's the trick, because, business is spiritual. Self-development is spiritual, regardless of what, God you believe in or whatever. It's a spiritual thing. AA program spiritual. So the everything spiritual doesn't make sense. Whether, God says if you want to make a lot of money, you got to give it away. If you want stuff to happen, you have to pray into the air. If the spiritual stuff doesn't make sense. So detaching from the outcome while visualizing what you want and working towards it without expecting it to come I couldn't grasp that, and I couldn't wrap my mind around that until recently when I got sober. And it's like all the stuff that I learned is coming back and hitting me, and everything's starting to make sense. It's like the layers are being peeled back, and I'm extremely grateful for that, because I'm seeing stuff that I always knew, but I never felt it. And now I understand that when you detach from the outcome and still put in the work and not expect the outcome, that it comes faster. And that's like a life-changing thing for me, because I'm no longer basing everything I do off feelings. I'm just doing it whether I feel like it or not. And the more I do that, the more reps I get in, the easier it's becoming, because my identity is changing. Because now I'm just like, hey, this is what I do. I make a YouTube video on my ride to work. I drive an hour up here to the dealership, and it sounds crazy because I don't make a lot of money going to this dealership, right? And in the natural, it looks almost like I'm losing money, right? But it's not the case. I started thinking, what can I do to make this hour ride worth it? And post YouTube videos. I get a little camera set up in my car. I got a microphone. It's hooked up into my windshield, and I'm just posting videos. So I turn that ride, that hour ride, into basically a money-making event. Although I don't make money on YouTube, but it's for the long term. YouTube is a long-term game, just like social media. I've been posting on social media 5-6 years, and it's now just starting to catch up. And because like the proof of concept video that I made, I've been selling cars off my social media, so I'm self-generating leads. So when I get in the car, half the time I don't feel like posting a video. I don't feel like posting a YouTube video. I want to listen to music. I've been listening to a lot of gospel music and stuff like that. I've always listened to gospel music. I stopped listening to like the worldly stuff, because that's just like repetition, putting fear, death, drug related stuff, money and sex and all that stuff in my mind, and I don't listen to that no more. I've been listening to nothing but gospel. But like, I still want to jam out to, you know, music. I don't want to record a YouTube, but my identity has shifted. I say, this is what I do when I get in this car. I record YouTube videos. So even though I may not want to do it, I do it anyways. And it's just like working out. I work out every day. I wake up at 5 a.m., hit the gym, feed my dog, walk my dog, do all the stuff that I need to do, post my reel at the gym. And as I do that, my identity is shifting, and I become the man who does that. So even when I don't feel like it, I do it anyways, if that makes sense. And it's becoming super, super easy, right? Like the old me, I would, if I didn't, because I haven't sold no cars this week, right? I do got like motion and stuff like that on Facebook and stuff. But the old me, you know, I would have been super, super worried. But I'm no longer worrying about the outcome. I'm just, did I put in the work? And, you know, I know that if I put in the work, then the stuff's gonna come. It's like I'm building evidence that putting in the work will produce results, even though I don't see it. And it allows me to keep my attitude good. I mean, there's like a few deals that I've lost at the dealership. People come in, you know, they don't have the money, they don't have this, they don't have that. And I've just been letting it go because I know that I put in the work. Did I wake up, do my YouTube? Did I post a reel? Did I get on Car Gurus and call the leads? And that's what I'm focusing and basing everything on. I'm not basing it on circumstances anymore. I'm not validated by results. I just know, did I do the work? You know, my new identity is building. I don't know if it's a revelation that I have, but I want, you know, maybe God gave me that revelation, but I want to share it to you guys, because just focus on doing the work. That's the lesson. Focus on doing the work. Figure out what you want to do, the steps you need to get there, and focus on doing the work, and be validated not by the outcome, but by, did I do the steps I need to take? And it's literally going to change your life. It's made me feel amazing. I can't even explain how exponential the growth has been in my life just from being sober. And a lot of this stuff, like I said, I already knew because I read a lot of books, but my mind was so clouded with weed and drugs, and not really drugs, but, you know, alcohol. I have dibbled and dabbled here, but my mind was just clouded with stuff that was not, you know, directing me towards the right path. And that's definitely clearing up. My identity is changing. So, you know, I can't control a lot of things, and you can't control a lot of things, but you can control whether or not you put in the work to head towards your goal. And that's the lesson I'm learning, and I want to share with you guys. So if you haven't subscribed, let me know. I love you guys. I will talk to you soon. Drop a comment and let me know if you made it this far. Drop the word felon and let me know if you made it this far, because that would really mean a lot to me. And I'll keep posting, you know, these life lessons that I've learned, because I know that they'll help you. I'll talk to y'all later. Love you guys.